consistently back-to-back conference titles. We're looking for a third one this year. Also, last year finishing second at section, 7th overall in state. And we return a lot of our kids. We only lost one senior from that group. So we're a senior-led team right now. They're doing really, really well. We got there's Preston Miller. We have Zane Guterjohn, who's running extremely well. He's really taken a leap this year, challenging our top runner, Brady Rock, sophomore. Brady Rock, who finished 8th in state last year. And Kobe Hinsman is another senior that's joined the team and making an immediate impact and scoring for us. And then some kid named Zach Baumgartner. I don't know if you know him too well, TJ.
No, not too much. No, he just needs to run a little quicker, And cross country is a program that's pretty new to Bertha Hewitt. It came in 2020, kind of to help get kids into another sport with COVID, and now just seeing that program to where it's at right now. How fun has that been to watch that program just take off and, for lack of a better term, just go off and run it?
Dave, we're going to switch gears to the volleyball program now. A nice week for Bears volleyball, 2-0 after wins over Uppsala and Monaga. What's the update? It's hard to believe we're down to maybe like a handful of dates left for that volleyball regular season. And it looks like hosting a volleyball tournament this weekend. Is that correct?
And let's shift gears here again. Let's talk a little football. Halfway through the season, Bertha Hewitt 2-2 on the year and looking to try and keep that momentum going in the second half. What can you say about this year's football squad?
Back to last year, and it was a tough year. 0-8, record-wise, probably the worst year that we've had on record at Bertha Hewitt. But I'll tell you what, I absolutely love the kids in our program and the attitude of our coaches. Obviously a down year last year, but they really rallied in the off season. They set goals for themselves and how they're going to improve and get better, and they really followed through with that. And right now their goal as a team is to finish 500 or better, which I think they're on pace for right here. Tonight we travel to Ogilvie, and that's going to be a really tough challenge. They're a solid team. So we'll see how we perform against them. But, down the stretch, we have a lot of winnable games. We got a big rivalry with Verndale next week, Friday. And, for the first time in a while, that game could go either way. Verndale's kind of, taking care of business against us the last 10 or so years. But I really think we've leveled the playing field with them a little bit and have a chance to take it from them.
And, some improvements that have been made to the football field. I'm biased because I'm a Bertha Hewitt alum, so I think the facilities there are pretty good. But you guys added some play clocks now to the facility on both ends of the field. Talk about how you guys were able to grab those.
Yeah, that was made possible with a donation from our sports boosters. Amazing organization. I mean, they really helped us out with stuff. Coach Holmberg and I, every year after the season, we meet and say, okay, what's one thing we can do to improve our facilities? And we've done that ever since he's taken over, and that was a big one. We thought, we had played a couple games years previous with a play clock and just thought it was always a really nice addition for those away games, and, decided, hey, that's our goal for facility improvement, and made it happen. And I think it looked really nice. The official crews that come our way, they really appreciate that, and the officials control that from the field, so it's a really nice feature for them to, as far as that part of the game goes. So,
Dave, before we let you get out of here, is there anything else you want to mention at Bertha Hewitt, either activities-wise or anywhere else around the school that's happening this week, looking forward to next week? What do we need to know about at Bertha Hewitt?
I think I already touched on it a little bit. It's going to be a tough matchup, but a good game for our kids down in Ogilvie. Tonight for football. We got the tournament coming up tomorrow, so I encourage our community to come out and support our girls volleyball program. The tournament itself is, it's run as a fundraiser for our girls, so all proceeds go directly to the program. Activities-wise, our fall school play is underway. Every morning I roll into work and walk by our 53 gym stage. They're, working hard on their lines and practicing that fall play coming up here in about a month and a half. We have a lot of great kids that are involved in sports and school plays and all that stuff. So it's fun to see them in.
We're talking with Dave Mills. He's the activities director at Bertha Hewitt. He joins us on the morning sports desk today. Hey, Dave, thanks for joining us, and we appreciate the time. We look forward to talking with you later in the school year. All right, there goes Dave Mills. He's the activities director again at Bertha Hewitt. Corey, let's shift gears here. And
Hold on. I'm not ready to shift
You're
gears.
not ready to shift gears?
Were you a fall play guy?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Every year or?
Yeah, I did it every year since I was in 7th grade.
I did it one time.
Okay.
And the play we did was called Toga, Toga, Toga.
Okay.
It's like a PG version, basically, of Animal House.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
we got to shut you guys down unless these sorts of things happen.
Uh-huh.
And it was, did you have a particular, were you a one-act guy also?
I was not a one-act guy. My brothers are one-act guys, but I was not a one-act guy.
Did you have a particular fall play experience that sticks out to you?
Yeah, actually, when I was a freshman, we did the Music Man. And that one, for whatever reason, I just thought was probably the most fun I had in doing in production. But yeah. I had fun in pretty much, every single one was a different kind of experience. But that was probably the best experience I got out of that.
Who was the barbershop quartet? The school board quartet. Was it students or did you bring in some old guys?
No, it was students.
Some singing?
No, it was students.
It was, huh?
The one part I remember, which was really fun, is we do 2 like performances, and then we do a couple they're basically performances, but they're not like general public. It's like you do it for the students, like you do one for the elementary, you do one for the high school, and there's this part in the play where like we're all supposed to go like run down from the stage, run onto the gym floor, and just like run through the entire students that are watching. And as we ran through the elementary, when we were all supposed to like hide in the back and wait for our moment to like charge the stage again.
Yeah.
And because we were looking for the lead of the play. And he comes back on stage, and all the elementary kids just start yelling, "He's right there! He's right there!" So that was really fun. We did not plan for that. Like we actually had to like take a second, and everybody on stage had to like wait for them to finish doing that. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm ready to change gears if you want. That's cool. I love that story. I love good fall play, fine arts stuff. I was a fine arts guy myself, and there's some camaraderie that's built in being in a play with someone that you can't really find in any. I played 3 sports, and you build camaraderie. It seems like in these fine art situations, sometimes even a little more. It's certainly in a different way than you do by just playing sports.
Exactly,
they're really cool, man. If you've never done a play, go do one. They're really fun.
Speaking of dress rehearsals, the Twins pretty much doing a dress rehearsal for the postseason. Sonny Gray finishes the season. He only pitched like 3 innings. That was kind of the plan. It was to give Kenta some innings out of the bullpen.
Yep.
It was to basically be like, Sonny's pitching next week. We're going to pitch him enough to get into a rhythm, but not enough to where we're going to like, it's not overwork him here. Like we don't need to.
Yep.
So he finishes the season with a 2.87 ERA. That's second in baseball.
It's really good.
Really, really good. Pablo Lopez finishes 234 strikeouts on the season. That's second in the American League.
Really good.
Really good. Pablo Lopez, your game 1 starter next week. Sonny Gray, your game 2 starter. Joe Ryan, game 3 if necessary. If the season ended today, Corey, the Twins would still play the Astros, which isn't ideal because they have Justin Verlander. But there's a caveat. If Justin Verlander has to pitch, because they're still clinging on to a playoff spot, if he has to pitch over the weekend to hold on to a playoff berth, theoretically he wouldn't be able to be used for game 1.
Sure.
So that's the hope. The hope is that the Mariners and the Astros keep it close enough to where that Verlander has to pitch over the weekend. Like they have to use their top guys to hang on to that top spot.
Right.
So Vikings quickly, it's the Adam Thielen revenge game on Sunday. They go to Carolina, trying to get the Vikings and the Panthers both are 0-3. So somebody's got to get that first win. Is it going to be the Vikings, or is Bryce Young going to come back from injury and dice up that defense?
Well, that was my question. Do we know yet? Is it Young?
Bryce Young is going to play.
He is.
So that's honestly better for the Vikings.
That's better for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy Dalton has a chance to just be a professional and beat the Vikings.
Just make the throws he needs to.
Yeah, I mean, Bryce Young could do Bryce Young things, I suppose, and the reason why you draft him as early as you did. But, yeah, it's probably better. I don't know, man. I picked him to win, but that's not really
You've picked them to win 3 out of the first 4 games.
It's not a praise of my favorite team. It's mostly an indictment on the team that they're playing.
Did you see Justin Jefferson yesterday during a press conference basically said, "I'm sick and tired of you guys of hearing about trade requests," whether that was for him, whether that's for Cousins. He's like, guys, it's week 4. Chill.
Yeah, yeah, cool.
Justin Jefferson's been a professional about his contract situation, been a professional about this season. And I think that's really taken for granted considering how weird wide receivers can be.
I'm going to leave you with this. Staples Motley at Pine River Bacchus football tonight, 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff on AM 1430 and 98.5 FM The Fan. You've got a football game yourself. See you later.
Over on the Superstation, K106, 105.9 FM, streaming live at WadenaRadio.com and worldwide, one word, on the Superstation K106 mobile app. Download it on the Google Play Store or off the App Store on your iPhone as well. 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines at the New York Mills Eagles. It's a Highway 10 rivalry, and talking with head coach Kyle Petermeyer before the game, he feels excited. He feels like this is a fun rivalry that Mills and Wadena Deer Creek get to do, and it'll be a fun one. I'm going to talk with Coach Radnicki in the coming hours here and get his thoughts on the game as well. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. So join me on the call. Twins are also out west. That game tonight is a 6:30 pregame, 7:10 first pitch. Twins at the Colorado Rockies, Coors Field, Mile High, all the whole 9 yards. It's a beautiful ballpark, but just the Mile High elevation makes it very trippy. This has been the Morning Sports Desk for Friday, September 29th. It's 7:32 on KWAD. Here's MNN News.
Minnesota News Network, I'm Brent Palm. The American Red Cross is